Good morning, church. In today's devotion, I'd like us to look at Psalm 18, verses 1 through 6. The psalmist David reminds himself of God's deliverance from his many enemies, including Saul. He writes this: I love you, Lord, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my rock in whom I take refuge, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. I call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised, and I am saved from my enemies. The cords of death encompassed me, the torrents of destruction assailed me, the cords of Sheol entangled me, the snares of death confronted me. In my distress I called upon the Lord, and to my God I cried for help. For from his temple he heard my voice, and my cry to him reached his ears. It's no secret that we live in a broken, fallen world. For the believer, Christians who live with leftover indwelling sin, it's comforting to remind ourselves of God's character. It's here in Psalm 18, as well as other New Testament passages, that David is reminding us that God is immutable. He is unchanging. In Matthew chapter 7, Jesus reminds us of the wise man who builds his house on the rock instead of shifting sand. The author of Hebrews in chapter 13 reminds us Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. James explains to us in chapter 1 that with the Father of lights there is no variation or shadow due to change. Back in Psalm 18, David repeats the imagery that God is our rock. Verse 31. For who is God but the Lord? And who is a rock except our God? Again in verse 46. The Lord lives, and blessed be my rock, and exalted be the God of my salvation. Lastly, in verse 50, David reminds us of the gospel. For those of us trusting in the finished work of Christ, verse 50, great salvation he brings to his king and shows steadfast love to his anointed, to David and his offspring forever. I don't know about you, but this is good news for my fickle soul. We can trust God. No matter how terrible our circumstances, God is immutable. He is our unchanging rock. Enjoy your Saturday. Grace and peace to you.